Greetings everyone, and Grid here with another Age Mythology Replay. So on the right side as the blue Kronos, we've got Poopfeast420. Sounds like a gamertag name. On the left side as the red Poseidon, we got Snow, with a star symbol in front of it. When it comes to the relics on the map, we do have the Black Lotus. Gives villagers plus 10% farming rate, makes it better when you start transitioning to your farms. Got the Feathers of Fenrir, gives villagers increased attack. Up north we do have the Staff of Dionysus, gives villagers some health regen. And we do have the Ring of Nibelung, gives the player a bit of a cold trickle. There's now deploying the temple there, trying to put in the back to avoid the deconstruction god power. Red has obtained some goats.
Hedgehogs.
Blue has now obtained those goats. We do now, of course, have Hermes queued on up for Poseidon. Red, Kronos have queued on up Prometheus. Does heroicize this oracle to pick up that relic. The gold trickle relic is quite a nice find. Gives you effectively one villager's worth, about half a villager's worth of gold income. Free permanently. No strings attached. There's Age of both sides, and actually, you know what's weird? We don't see a Kronos shift temple. Blue's not going to be hyper aggressive. He's wanting the other aspects of Prometheus.
Bureg.
It looks like red or blue's now going for another town, so this is playing eco play, utilizing the temporal scaffolding to get faster construction speed. Red's going for some Hippus. Promethean will at least be an effective defensive unit for now. And there's a Centaur. Centaur won't do much versus the heroic citizens.
Scopus.
And does coincide there. From Atlantia can start engaging. There's also a drop relic there. It is the Feathers of Fenrir, giving villager attack, which actually is pretty useful for Blue to have for his citizens, so they can do their part. Oracle now engaging. Scout is down, and here comes the Promethean Austrian. And here comes more Promethean Austrian. Oracle is trying to get inside the town center. Does inside the manor. Red will fall back, only losing that scout. Time shifts the manor a little bit forward there to support the gold miners.
Yuji.
Another relic being obtained is the Black Lotus card. Another Valor has been established. Nice hop forward there. Blue, of course, has two town centers. Red is now going for his secondary town center. Red has obtained some relics. He has gotten the Feathers of Fenrir. Blue, of course, has got the Black Lotus, got the Staff of Dionysus, give villagers extra health regen, very useful for citizens, make it even harder to kill, especially to subsequent raids, and got the Ring of Nibelung to get that coin trickle. More Valor established to getting some extra food income. The Lord of Horses being queued on up, giving Poseidon's cavalry increase on his side, and also a slight bit of health regen.
Bureg.
Do now have some of these couple peltists push on the golden field. He's a good damage on the cavalry. They move at 4.5, it's not too particularly fast, but I've seen Kronos Capopeltis can get up to absurd 5.8 movement speed, the same movement speed as these Hippus. Got a Chrono Shift manner and a mainly built manner. Cherry Ballista now being established. We've also got the Oracle way back down south. Hippus push way forward. Does use the Valor Power there as well. Take a bit of damage, more of a couple Peltas push way forward. They are counter cavalry units.
Burek.
Of course, the heroic ones also have very high multipliers versus myth units, times 9. And it looks like Blue's starting to establish some farms relatively early on. He does have, of course, a Black Lotus card. But it's still a good idea to go for some various meats on the field. Like these giraffes. Maybe head down south with the baboons and the berries. Good picks there. Great micro from the centaurs. Does have to be another Valor. All the heroes are down.
Skopos.
That one looks like it's mainly being pulled out heroed, and does get a heroic Chariot Ballista there. Which heroic Chariot Ballista is interesting. He's fighting against cavalry. Not sure why he went for a heroic one of these. Does have times 8 multiplier versus myth units. Does have probably a decent anti-myth unit hero. Citizens do back on off there. One citizen does go down. Oracle stabbing some of these centaurs. Looks like it's going to play some Ring Around the Rosie. Does actually miss there.
Herr Joes. Yuji.
Well, looks like these guys are still avoiding most of these attacks. And we've got some idle villages up here. Need to start being used to collect up these berries. Looks like nice size started up their age up. This got bugged out again. We do have now Dionysus deployed on the field by red. Kronos has a decent amount of income or resource stockpiled up, but red, however, has a massive gold. Poseidon has a massive gold stockpile, so it can probably go straight to age 4 if you so choose. Citizens trying to build some walls there. Dionysus has been researched. We now have Hyperion being queued up. We have access to Satyr. as well as to the, what's it called, Chaos God Power. Additionally, there's also an upgrade here called Sons of Sun. It makes all of your oracles heroic, all your future oracles heroic, at 0 favor cost. So it allows you to get some good favor generation. So I'll immediately going for some oracles. He has 0 on the field. Actually, that's probably incorrect. It says 0, which is definitely not correct. Because I see one right there. That number may be bugged out. It doesn't count the heroic ones. Of course, Kronos gets 2 satyrs as well.
Σκόπος.
Deep construction there on the fortress. Very nice. It's not soft age up though. Going for Hephaestus. Give access to the Colossus. And of course, plenty bolts, of course. Looks like the Hydra does get picked off by the Peltus. Satyr's getting some damage there. So it's going to be finished off the Centaur, no problem. Haven't really seen any heroes applied by Poseidon, have we? Not even a Lady or Thesis. Oh, speaking of which, got Thesis and Lantia there. Got a good number of Argus Archers and Contineris now being employed on out. Argus Archers is probably not going to be super great versus all the Hippos. Contineris will be. Maybe Heavy Cav versus Heavy Cav, so somewhat equal there. Hippos right now, medium Hippos has 165, 11, and 1. Contineris right now have, there are heavy Contineris, so I have 175, 18, and 1.5 attack speed with a little bit extra range. Satyr will report the Centaur there. 1 Centaur remains. Satyr's due back on the far side of the walls. Does the Plenty Vault building. Satyr does finish off on the Satyrs. And there's Ceasefire there. For what for? Is it over here? It's probably for over here. Contineris decides to charge the way forward. Red is falling back. Blue is going deeper. The number of villagers here. And Ceasefire has subsided, and the Contineris are not engaging any sort of villager. Or anything for that matter. Contineris now advancing. Trying to get some good damage done.
Πρόσεχε.
Colossus here for a bit of defense. The Colossus does have great crush damage and great amount of health and great survivability with the Devour the Trees button. Gotta eat his veggies.
Πρόσταγμα.
Hippos pushed by 4, they're just medium Hippos mode. Heavy Tree researched by Red. And Heavy Cavalry being researched as well. Darking Horse will give us Cavalry some life steal. We do have now the age up for Kronos. Helios. Have I ever cast a game with Helios? Gives you Hecate Gigantus as well as Mirror Towers. Got a number of the heavy Catapultus. And they do have copper shields. Who's now falling on back as well. We do also have Sons of Suns being researched. And of course the Gemini. Blue or red has another 12 bronze. Now his bronze Colossus is covered in bronze. Argus archers are focused on the Colossus, getting some good damage there. Satyrs just engage some infantry units. Thesis does go down there. More Satyrs can go to heal, more destroyers.
Very good.
Colossus has gone down. Champion infantry now being used by Poseidon. Helios is almost complete. Which blows his god power again? Vortex. Vortex allows him instantly relocate his entire army somewhere. Great for follow-up strikes. And of course, catch your opponent off guard. And he does have an oracle in the corner, so he can use that for spotting. We have now a forward palace here. Some destroyers won't be half bad. I know I saw some destroyers in the build queue. Heroic renewal being researched. That is something from Satyr Hyperion. He still has access to Chaos as well. So he still has access to two effective god powers for combat. Blue Red's pushing forward with some storehouses here, trying to obtain this gold. Do have some containers in this region. We're playing around the roads with the villagers. Polyphemus causes some issues, knocks back some units. Got multiple Hecate Gigantus moving forward. They do have good amount of crush him. Their attack speed's relatively slow. They also have that nice knockback effect, but does not leave behind deformed terrain like the original Age of Mythology. We got now stone walls being researched. And also champion infantry and heavy champion range units. We do now have Olympian weapons, giving champion heroes plus 20 some damage and plus 100% damage against mid units. To make some more Heratos, the unique cavalry for Poseidon, which should be very effective versus both versus Argus archers and versus Mormellos. They have AoE damage to them, and that is more or less a hard counter to small units. You now have the Architects research now being, well, researched. And got some Prodromos on the build queue for red as well. No Heratos just yet. Deconstruction somewhere. I think somewhere up here. Yep, looks like deconstruct that fortress. Got another fortress here. Red's villagers are migrating over here, maybe trying to secure up this gold mine. It does have a full 6,000 gold. And I want to see Poseidon put 8 villagers on the temple and start trying to produce another plenty vault. And maybe a third as well. Getting extra plenty vaults is very good. Just free economy and permanent source of gold, as well as wood if you want to focus less on wood as you go on. Just get enough trickle there to warrant everything. Champion Argus archers do not appear to be affected by anything special. Here comes the Hippus, no Heritors. Looks like you get a very good surround onto these Argus archers.
Πρόσταγμα.
You have Thesis here as well as Hippolyta to deal with these satyrs. More of these Capapeltis now being pulled in field. Baroque Oracle being knocked on out, and we still have both access to Chaos and to the Vortex. Looks like Kronos is a really big fan of the satyrs. Most of the ranged myth units are pretty effective.
Πρόσταγμα.
Another Polythene must push way forward and gave some more medals and destroyers. Argus archers getting some good damage there. And we got some... Okay, they're now upgraded with Warden of Tartarus. Red's forces being brought in piecemeal, which is not great. He is going for some more Champion Hoplites. Let's see, Warden of Tartarus. I don't see them over there. Blue's now push forward. Capapeltis push forward. These good strikes. Argus Archer providing some good fire support. As well as Satyr. Some units push forward, including a Fire Siphon. More hoplites, more of the Hippus, still no of the Heritors. Warden Tartarus, what's upgrade for them? It increases their melee damage by 50%, so they're even very good now. They do have these amount of crush damage, so they can start crushing through the town center. Deconstruction there on the fortress. Argus archers, I think partially getting caught up on the stable. No, maybe not. I guess Gigantus push forward. They do cost 25 favor, so a little bit of expensive side there. And Chaos Vortex is still available. Got a nice little knockback there. Force of the Sun just do a bit of AoE damage from knockback. All team is pushing forward. Oh, got some DP mixed on in for some odd reason. Got some high passes, more Hippus being pulled in the field. Red is advancing over here, but I think Blue should be able to expel the advance. Another Valor deploy out somewhere. And we do have now some Fanatics for in the field. They do double damage versus infantry and versus cavalry. They're just weak to range units. They do have some range armor, but nothing too significant. Red exploited Titan Gate. I was not paying attention to that. Right now, blue is going for a Halo of the Sun. Gives fire siphons increased range and damage, looks like. As well as fire ships. His own Titan Gate's queued on up. Bronze Wall is almost complete. Going for petrification. Gives fire siphon. Oh, there's Vortex. And the Titan Gate is right there. And see what petrification did. Spots the Titan Gate. Who's now rotating towards the Titan Gate. The Hecates Gigantus can knock the villagers around. And ceasefire. But I believe it does slow down production. No, it does not. Gives Red some time to fall back. Great, uses ceasefire, but it won't last for another 17 seconds. As Titan Gate has 77 more seconds to fill completion, but allows them to bring this reinforcements back quickly enough. Some cavalry managed to make it back in time. Hecates Gigantus knocks back a good number of villagers. Sun punched the gate for a significant amount of damage. Trying to focus out. Destroyers are hitting them through the villagers. Gate down to 5,000 health. 2,000. And down. And now Blue's Titan Gate is queued up but not currently researching. That's a big loss for Red. Red does also have a good trade line going. Let's see, they're going to this town center here. Maybe more lucrative to go this one, but of course this one's a little bit under threat. Though some of these palaces are on fire. Your number of destroyers is straightforward. Destroyers have really good siege, really good armor, 50% melee armor, 76 pierce armor, and a little bit more armor going. Got some militiamen here for defense. They are affected by heavy upgrades.
Lager.
See here, champion, but also with the elite iron upgrades as well. Destroyers for 4, looking for the town center. Got some fanatics mixed on in. Another town center goes down. Militia spawned on out.
Πρόσταγμα.
Militia do consume 1 population, so besides at overpopulation of the moment, he is advancing forward with his own Hippus, trying to clean up some of these units. He is time shifting forward a guard tower. Do have a chaos summon right there. Not particularly great chaos, honestly. Is taking out more of these fortresses, more militia spawning out. Number of idle villages here. Trying to idle build another town center. Poseidon does have the free spin no town center. He does have a lot of gold. Lose the town center again. Maybe some Colossus, some gold Colossus wouldn't be that bad. Let me go 120 gold though. And here comes another Vortex. Bring all what remaining reinforcements forward. More Hippus, more hoplites, and more Hypasus being summoned. Hypasus being a good call, as well as Toxidays. Against Combination Toxidays don't hit the destroyers. Right now, the Fanatics don't have any special upgrades onto them. Blue's making great headway. Has keep a good amount of forces here. Time shifting doesn't matter for trying to get this town center built, which it does. Red's just trying to string the reinforce there. Got the siege weapon engaging the palace though. Palace does go down.
Skopos?
Villagers migrating around, more stuff time shifting forward. Red's still trying to advance over here. Got a fire site to help break the area for blue. Good amount of crush damage.
UG?
Fanatics right there. We've got another fortress being established now. Right now, Kronos does have enough favor for another vortex. It's pretty cheap god power. Joseph Blue's now re-advancing over here, which will spawn some militiamen to cause some issues. Got some Heritors being put on the field. They're an excellent anti-infantry unit. They may not have bonus infantry, but the AoE damage itself is anti-infantry and anti-ranged. Oh, we got some mirror towers being south. Does do 52 damage, slow attack speed though, but good range. Good range. Does range damage as well, not divine. I don't know why. I thought it would do divine damage. It's been a while since last seen mirror towers. I think last time I seen one was actually in the campaign. Looks like the build limit of 5. That's a lot less than I remember. But they do have more health than I remember. So again, I don't really remember their health all too much. They also do have 10 garrison space somehow. Fire seconds straightforward, characters and militia advancing. As more churches build, the more militia is going to charge forward. Fanatics going to have a lot of time, hard work in front of it, taking out all the militiamen. More watchtowers being established over here. Right now, Kronos does have a decent reserve of food and wood, but not so much in gold. Somebody has a mass reserve of all resources. Can you build a wonder right now? It says no, you can't. I don't know how much cost a wonder costs. 5,000 each. So it's the same as Ancient Empire's 4 wonders. But he's getting pretty close to his own wonder age, which could allow him to spam out 20 bolts. And that will fix the economy really quick. But right now, yeah, it's already a pretty good amount of income. And a good amount of stockpile resources. Right now, his population cap is his biggest issue. Got now these mirror towers, time shifting the way forward. And Poseidon now above 20 volts, probably a good idea. Orichalcum wall being researched by the Atlanteans. And he's researched his Titan Gate, yes, so he could deploy that out. Yeah, Titan Gate is available. Kronos quick forward, they do have light steal and AoE damage. AoE damage is quite massive. Blue is now established the Titan Gate. And red has established a wonder. Just don't look at the mini-map over there. It's a Monjin symbol. We do now have blue's pushing forward. The problem is the wonder's being established right here. There's a good amount of forces nearby. Could break on through. Titan Gate's being established here. It will be built in 80 seconds. The wonder will be established in 1,200 seconds. We need more builders there. But when it gets to age 5, the Wonder Age, it gets 150 regeneration. God powers cost 75% less, and recharge 5% faster. And of course, his Mythos attacks get plus 100% damage and hit points, more 20% speed. And the Titan Gate will be re-available every 10 minutes. I think, yeah, Poseidon should grab these 16 villages sent over here, double the amount, so that we can time to build up Wonder. Blue has a pretty good amount of fortifications there. Red has Grace for the Titan. Inheritors, of course, will have a bit of bonus damage against it, but not enough to warrant going the melee against it. Or Heritaros, whatever it's called. Got various guard towers being Kronos shifted forward. And here comes the Titan. Heritaros moving forward, getting some good help for Jen. That other one gets knocked back. Titan Gate or Wonder available to finish in well, it's at 6 minutes, which is Titan will be there in less. And Red does back the game now. This is great. So you think watching, and on to the next replay.